Mountsburg, a 19-point favorite over Conway Christian.
Hey, football fans, Colton's Steakhouse and Grill has something for everybody, like USDA choice steak, chicken, seafood, juicy half-pound burger, and delicious salads served with a basket of the best-tasting homemade yeast rolls around. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill, open for lunch and dinner. Dine in or get it to go. It's Colton's Steakhouse and Grill. Don't forget to grab a Colton's gift card, the perfect gift for this holiday season. Colton's Steakhouse and Grill.
James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin Warren, is one of the oldest body shops in Warren, so it makes sense when you need vehicle damage repair that they're the place to go. Using top-of-the-line replacement parts, the professionals at James Glass and Body Shop. James Glass and Body Shop is the only full-service glass. They custom cut glass for home, business, and auto. So the next time you need professional vehicle repair or custom cut glass, stop by James Glass and Body Shop, 441 North Martin in Warren, or call 226-3130.
At Johnson's Hardware on Highway 63 North in Warren, you'll find a complete line of feed. Johnson's Hardware now stocks a complete line of feed for all your dogs, cats, cows, horses, chickens, whatever you may want to feed, you'll find it at Johnson's. Not only do they have all your electrical, plumbing, and hardware needs, you'll find a complete line of feed at Johnson's Hardware. So go by and check it out. Highway 63 North and Warren. Johnson's Hardware. If they don't have it, you don't need it.
That's all the time we have for this Hootens.com football report. Remember to check out all the features on the site, including this week's First Community Bank Scholar Athlete of the Week, Mountain Home tailback Gage Hertzberger. I'm David Wallace. We'll see you at the stadium.
Cruz Spurrier has the experience, knowledge, and integrity needed to serve as Circuit Judge Division 1. He's a knowledgeable deputy prosecutor, formal legal counsel for the Chico County Court of Court, a built generation of family in DeShay County. Cruz Spurrier understands the importance of being fair and impartial.
I'm Cruz Spurrier. I ask for your vote for Circuit Judge Division 1. Political ad paid for by Committee to Elect Cruz Spurrier.
You might not be a celebrity, but to us, you're a star. At South Arkansas Community College in El Dorado, the faculty and staff are invested in you. We recognize that students like you are the reason why we open our doors every day. So we want you to succeed. Star at South Ark. Visit www.southark.edu/info.
Okay, well, good evening. Welcome back to the Coach's Corner. I'm Jimmy Sledge talking once again with Coach Bo Embry. First, Coach will go back and talk about last week. Had a big win over DeWitt. Kind of got off to a slow start, but then the Lumberjacks got on a roll. Yeah, we did. We came out. We had too many pre-snap penalties on the first two drives. We had a bad snap. We're driving on the first drive. We come out a different set with Cedric and Traylon in the backfield together, and we were going outside zone and direct snap to Traylon, and we had a bad snap right there and lost like 8 yards. And we really moving the football till that happened. And we dropped a pass on the first play of the game for a touchdown. And something we can't do against good football teams. But the second drive we mishandled the snap, and then after that I thought we really settled down and played really well and on offense. And then defensively, I thought from the start we played really well, and there was a time there in the middle of the second quarter where they gave us some sets that we wasn't ready for. Dax played, and we found out on Thursday night. We talked about it Friday morning that we found out that he was possibly going to play, and so we knew we were going to do stuff. And we did with the 2 tight ends, 2 flanker stuff, and they ran some RPOs on that one drive that they really gave us some fits. And I thought our kids did a really good job of adjusting, in a hurry after that series, and we were able to shut them down the rest of the time. But our kids. They keep getting better. You look at it, and outside of 2 drives on offense, we were really good. And we can't do that against good football teams, but at the same time, it was good to see us settle down and start moving football. We had the lead at halftime, but came out in the third quarter, and the special teams played a big part of that. Your offense didn't even get on the field till halfway through the third quarter. Yeah, and the thing about that was I think we looked at it, and I think we scored 3 touchdowns in like 24 seconds. If you go back to the first half, we scored on the last play of the first half to a fade route to Peyton Bird, and what a throw by Maddox, and and then we return to opening kickoff for the second half, and then they fumble, we pick it up and score. So it was about 20, 25 seconds right there where we scored 3 straight touchdowns. And we talked about this the last few weeks, and and we parked on it, and we were really, really mad in our kicking game. And our front team, we still don't know where we're at, but kickoff return, we talked about getting better, and we have gotten better. And, we got some weapons out there on kickoff return. And what they did was they were sky kicking to their bench. That's Jakari now, and we're able to put Jakari, with Cedric and Traylon back and Tayshawn. We got 4 guys out there that can house the ball, and that's something that we haven't had here, in a few years. I guess, really, when we had Traylon and Comantre. Now, we got 4 guys that we can put back there that anytime they touch it, that they can take it. And so, the other teams, kickoff teams, I'm expecting a lot of onside kicks tonight. That's what we've worked on, and if they kick it deep, I hope we have a chance to return one. Of course, the Lumberjacks picked up their second conference victory, 3rd win of the season, and here we are going into the ninth ball game with a 2-0 conference record and 3-0, I guess, in the last 3 ball games. Not even think about the first 3 weeks of the season, but the Lumberjacks, I think like their confidence is really getting. I think we're getting better. That's the thing about it. When everything that happened early in week 1, where we lose so many kids in a 48 period of time, and then like the second week of the season, it was a blur. It was just us trying to find an identity, trying to put an offense together. Like we said, we practiced a couple of days without a guard, even on the practice field, and then having to try Peyton at quarterback. And the thing about that is, Maddox has done an unbelievable job. At that point, Maddox didn't play at quarterback, and last year we wanted him to be our junior high quarterback. It's our first play of the game in his junior high playing linebacker, and he don't get to play a snap. So, I thought he's really settled down now. I think he's understanding the offense better. He's big, he's physical, and now I think we'll be able to do more with him. We're starting to do more with him every game, and I think we're growing. From week 3 to week 8, I think we've gotten better as any football team I've ever coached here in a 4-week span. Now, saying that, we got the 2 biggest games of the year coming up the next 2 weeks, so it's going to be a good judge of where we're at as a football team, the next 2 weeks, and that's going to be interesting to see for us. Our kids understand where we're at right now, and we got a lot of football left to play, and we got to keep that getting. We're nowhere near where we need to be, but we are, going that direction. Stay tuned. We got more coming up here on the Coaches Show. We'll come back and talk about tonight's ball game. Monticello Village right after this time.
Gardner Body and Glass at 607 East Church Street in Warren can take care of all your auto body needs. They specialize in collision repair and provide customer-friendly service. With over 20 years' experience in the auto body repair business, there's no job too big or too small for Gardner Body and Glass. So the next time you're in an accident, give Michael Gardner a call at 870-466-4402. For dependable auto body repair work, give Michael Gardner a call at Gardner Body and Glass in Warren.
Senator Eddie Cheatham is well known for his integrity, honesty, hard work, and knowledge. Senator Cheatham has been a strong voice for Southeast Arkansas, representing us at the state capitol. He is a former respected educator and is married with 2 children and 6 grandchildren. We need to keep Senator Eddie Cheatham working for us. He shares our values of faith, family, and
for the Cheatham campaign. Ever feel like your insurance agent was there to sell you auto insurance, but not there to service it? At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're here to help with auto insurance serviced by experienced agents who are there when you need them. No obligation review for auto, home, and life insurance that's custom tailored just for you.
In Bradley County, call your local Farm Bureau agent at 226-2649.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company of Arkansas, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Casualty Insurance Company, Southern Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi.
Well, tonight's ball game is a big ball game. Of course, the conference game. It's always a big rivalry game. This is rivalry week in the 8-4A, and Coach said big trophies on the line. Hey, and Monticello thinks they've got your number this year. Well, the thing, but they got a lot of confidence early. They started out playing Bauxite. They beat Bauxite. They beat Lake Village. They lose a close game to Fordyce. They go to Star City, beat Star City.
pretty good. Then they lose to Hamburg. They lose. I guess they don't show up over there. They turn the ball over, and then they came back and beat a hell of a team that beat them pretty bad. And then last week against Greenbrier, they're leading the whole ball game, give up an onside kick with less than a minute to go. Greenbrier drives, game-winning field goal. So, they got a lot of confidence. And then we were able to give them confidence going into this week by the way we started the year, we're 15 miles apart, and they understand where we're at, and it's a huge game for them. It's not been a big game for us, honestly, as it has for them. But I think that it's totally opposite of when I started here. In 2000, when I got here, the Monticello game was a lot bigger for us than it was for Monticello, just because they had beat us so many times, and it was we were trying to get over that hump, and now they're trying to get over the hump, and they feel like they got a great opportunity, and they're a much improved football team. They're going to run the single wing offense, which you don't see very often. They got a great skill guy who they put everywhere. And number 7, Dorian. I mean, he's electric.
They'll drive one day.
He's run. He's fast. And,
Glenwood,
quick. And their quarterback is a lot bigger than he was last year. Like, he gained about 20, 25 pounds. He's more of a downhill runner now. And they got a good running back there with him. And they got 2 tall wideouts. And Jalen Green, who I know well from he grew up pretty much with this group of kids, and then Nick Smith. So, they got some great skill athletes that they can put you in space and give you some trouble. And then offensive and defensive lines, their strength. And their defensive line, they got 2 defensive ends that are really big and physical, and they're inside guys. One of them's really quick, another one's bigger and physical, and then their offensive line is huge, and they want to line up, run right at you. They throw the football quite a bit for this type of offense. But that's the thing that makes them different this year. They're able to run the football really well, and they play action off all that. Most of the time when you get a single wing team, like we played back at Hamburg and in the last few years at Monticello, most of the time them guys don't like throwing the football, and they can't. And this team can. They can get you in a bind by, spinning back there and faking it 2 or 3 times, and then some guys running wide open. And we got to do a great job of keeping our eyes right, making sure we're disciplined on defense and not giving up a big play. And then, we just got to be physical. We got to match their physicality with us being physical. And, it's a lot like the Boonville game. And that's what I told our kids yesterday is, I thought that as the game went on against Boonville, we got more physical as the game went on. And then it's going to be the same way tonight with them. And it's a lot the same, but a little bit different, where they're not going to run as much option as Boonville did, but they're going to run downhill power, downhill, outside zone. The counters and all that's going to be right at us, and we're going to be man enough to step up and stop it.
You've already talked about it, son. These kids know one another very well. Like you said, we're only 16 miles apart. I mean, there's even folks that have kids over there that are grandkids of Warren people playing on the team. I mean, it's going to be a tough rivalry game.
Oh, it is, and they feel like they do have a shot. Like you said earlier, us starting 0-3, I gave everybody in our conference a shot. We did that to ourselves. The thing about that is, our kids understand there's not a lot of teams that will do what we did, and they have the character and be able to start 0-3 and take the losses we did, and especially at Stuttgart, and be able to overcome that. A lot of times you see a football team quit, and right now, our kids that understood where we were at. They knew we had to go get better, and that's what we've done. Now, hope, yeah, it did. The thing about it is we get to go over there tonight. It's not the game's not won on hope or what they think, and we get to drive the 16 miles east tonight, and they got to do it on the football field. And I know that it's been a long week as far as all the talking and all that, but the thing about it is we get a chance 7 o'clock to kick it off tonight.
Stay tuned. Final comments coming up from Coach Embry here on the Coach's Corner right after this timeout.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First State Bank of Warren, Hermitage, and Hampton. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
True Memorial Health System in Monticello is proud to offer rehabilitation services for patients of all ages. The Drew Rehab team provides physical, speech, and occupational therapy on an inpatient or outpatient basis and at home. The experienced staff treats pediatric patients, student athletes, and adults recovering from injuries, stroke, or surgical procedures. The staff will keep you on track throughout your recovery process. Let the Drew Rehab team help you maximize your functional potential. Close to home. Choose Drew Memorial.
Maxwell Hardwood Flooring in Monticello and sister companies Washita Hardwood Flooring and Townsend Flooring in Warren are proud to sponsor this Lumberjack football game. Building a strong team takes commitment and hard work, and Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring understand the concept of teamwork. Whether it's building the finest hardwood flooring in the nation or having a winning team, it takes teamwork and dedication to get the job done. Be a part of a winning team by following the Lumberjacks right here and joining your friends at Maxwell Hardwood Flooring, Washita Hardwood Flooring, and Townsend Flooring and wishing them the best.
Tonight's ball game is the final regular season road game for the Lumberjacks. We'll finish up the season at home against Hamburg and then West Helena. But tonight's game is probably the biggest one of the year so far.
Oh, no doubt. We get to go. You got 2 games left. You got a 4-way tie for first place right now with Hamburg with 2 wins, Monticello with 2 wins, one with 2 wins, and Bethune with 2 wins. And who knows what's going to happen next week? We talk about that every week. You're not guaranteed next week. We're guaranteed right now at 9 o'clock on Friday morning. We're guaranteed tonight. And the thing that this game does is it puts, whoever wins this game makes next week's game even bigger. So, we got to go do what we do. We got to go take care of the football. We got to, be disciplined, really disciplined on defense. And each 5 days we get a chance to go over here and do this. We got to listen to it for 364 days, but on that 365th day, it always comes to a pulp, and we're going to see what happens tonight. All right, Coach. Good luck tonight. It's Warren and Monticello, the Saline River Shootout, coming up for you here on K Country. For Coach Bo Embry, I'm Jimmy Sledge. Stay tuned. Lumberjack football is next.
Robert Motor Company is open and here to serve you. Whether you are in the market for a new or a used vehicle, stop by and see their large selection. But you need to hurry because low prices mean inventory will sell out quick. Now is the time to drive away in that vehicle you have always wanted. Robert Motor Company is open and sanitizing daily, and also delivery options are available. Visit the showroom or give them a call at 870-367-5353 or view the inventory online at robertautomotive.com.
James Hamilton is running to be your circuit judge. He has the knowledge and experience voters in Southeast Arkansas deserve. James is a seasoned professional with more than 30 years experience in Arkansas law.
Hi, this is James Hamilton. My extensive experience in Arkansas law has more than prepared me for this opportunity. I promise to be honest, fair, and to apply the law equally to all who appear before the court.
Vote for experience on November 3rd. Vote James Hamilton for circuit judge. Paid for by James A. Hamilton for circuit judge.
Warren Bank and Trust Company provides fast, easy, reliable service with loans to fit your needs. Whether you need a car loan, a house loan, ATV loan, or a new boat, just come by and let Warren Bank make your dreams come true. See a loan officer today about your dreams and make them come true with Warren Bank and Trust Company. Warren Bank and Trust, member Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, member FDIC. Warren Bank and Trust Company. Let them serve you with your next loan. That's Warren Bank and Trust.
And a very pleasant good evening. Welcome to Lumberjack Football. I'm Jimmy Sledge as we are at Hyatt Field here in Monticello. Boy, the rain has really been coming down here in the pregame. Both teams warmed up, and it's still drizzling out there right now, David, as we get set for tonight's ball game. But we expect to see.
So who knows what tonight's weather is going to be like.
Main thing, we don't want to see any lightning.
No,
or lightning
no
delay.
lightning.
So hopefully we'll play through the rain, but, of course, they will have more lightning delay. Improved ball squad.
They are. Their offense, they run out of the single wing. Their leading rusher is a guy by the name of Keon Smith. He's a 5'9", 180-pound senior. He's carried the football so far this year 46 times for 359 yards and 8 touchdowns. The big-time receiver, and he runs the football too, is Dorian Smith Allen. He's got 28 carries, 190 yards, a touchdown, and 16 receptions for 467 yards and 7 touchdowns. The quarterback, number 15, he's a junior, 6'1", 190 pounds, second-year starter. Strand Smith, He's 45 of 75 throwing, 839 yards, 12 touchdowns. He has thrown 4 interceptions. He's their third leading rusher. He's carried the football 43 times for 134 yards and a touchdown.
Well, you know, they run the single wing, and, of course, they you got to tackle everybody coming out of the backfield.
Anything lined up in the backfield, you tackle, and it's sorted out afterwards.
For those of you that are older Lumberjack fans, you remember we used to only see that once a year, and that's when we played McGee.
Yes.
But it's still around, a very effective offense, and Monticello has gotten better at it this year.
It's funny. It seems like of the 190-something high schools in the state of Arkansas, they either run the spread or the single wing.
Some form of the single wing.
Form of the those are your two offenses now.
Yeah. Things are gearing up. Right now, it's still raining pretty hard. We've got a good crowd on hand. Glad you're with us here on the radio and online, dude. And we want to say thank you to the East Lab for producing tonight's ball game on the live stream. And we want to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Of course, one of those is Dr. Kerry Pennington. He's always been a Lumberjack supporter, played for the Lumberjacks, and a proud supporter of the Lumberjacks again this year. We want to thank him for making our broadcast possible here tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more on our pregame show as the rain continues in Monticello right after this timeout.
My childhood was Friday night football. Some of the greatest memories were playing high school football and then getting to fulfill a childhood dream and play for the Raiders. My time playing football taught me all about hard work, teamwork, and commitment. Lessons that have benefited my career and my time serving in the United States Congress. To all the student athletes and parents, best wishes. Remember to play hard, work together as a team, and be safe out there. I'm Bruce Westerman, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Westerman for Congress. Through Sunday, shop at Super Value Foods and save on your grocery bill during the Super Value Foods Weekend Blowout Sale. You'll find fresh head crisp lettuce, just 98 cents each. Russet potatoes, 5-pound bag, $1.38. 12-ounce brine hot dogs, 98 cents each. Ground beef, 10-pound roll, only $1.68 a pound. Family pack ground beef, $1.98 a pound. And whole beef briskets, $2.98 a pound. It's the Weekend Blowout Sale at Super Value Foods through Sunday.
What's the best thing about your car? I mean, it's nice if it looks great and has plenty of power. But the best part is, it gets you where you need to go. It's the same way with Bradley County Medical Center. Sure, it's a building filled with amazing technology, but more important, it's a place that takes us from illness to wellness, with reliable transportation on the road to recovery. It's something to think about May 6th through the 12th as facilities across the country celebrate National Hospital Week. At Bradley County Medical Center, we are hometown people taking care of
Decade protecting our way of life. The right to bear arms. Protecting the unborn. Supporting our first responders. Advocating economic development. Jeff Wardlaw, a man of faith, family, and business. Re-elect Jeff Wardlaw, state representative. He knows and shares our values. Law for state representative.
Again, we welcome you back here to Hyatt Field in Monticello as the rain continues to come down. They're playing the national anthem at the moment. We couldn't hear that it was time for that.
No.
But the crowd is standing at attention. Glad to see that. And we invite you to join us here tonight on K-Country for all the Lumberjack football here as we take on Monticello in the Union Bank.
3 pounds?
Something like that. It's huge. One of the biggest in the state, I think.
Biggest in the state. We laughed earlier about you don't see quarterbacks, receivers, and running backs carrying it around. It's linemen that have to take it with them.
You know, you look at these two squads right now, and you look at the 8-4A, the conference, how it's lining up right now. Warren has 2 wins. Monticello has 2 wins. Dumas has 2 wins. And I believe Hamburg has 2 wins. I think there's a 4-way tie right now at the top of the 8-4A. And with the way the COVID has gone, those conference wins are very, very important.
Oh, they're huge.
You know, we looked at the brackets. You looked at them earlier this week. I did as well as far as the playoff goes. And I know we still have 2 weeks left, but we always start looking ahead and start planning on where we might be or where we might have to go there in mid-November. Hey, if you finish as a number 1 seed, you're at home all the way through the playoff.
And play no higher ranked team than a number 3 seed. It's a coast almost.
As the number 2 team in the conference gets a couple of games at home if they win. Then one, and then you start going on the road. I believe even the number 3 seed gets a 1 game at home.
Road.
But hey, it's going to be very important. And like Coach Emery has talked about week on you're not given next week, so you got to take care of business tonight.
Right now. Right now is the most important game we've got. And then we'll look towards next week after tonight.
Of course, every team in the conference playing tonight except Hamburg and Crossett. Crossett was still on the suspension or postponed quarantine. And you look, Crossett was picked in the preseason to win the 8-4A this year. They've only played 1 conference game this season. So, I mean, it's hurting them as a team that was picked to be the number 1 team in the 8-4A. They've not been able to play any all season long.
And they're going to pay for it.
Captains are starting to make their way out onto the field. The rain continues to come down here in Monticello. What else we want to talk about in Monticello or the Lumberjacks?
Oh, we can talk a little bit about the defense for Monticello. Defensive line's anchored by Keith Wells Jr. He's a 6'2", 250-pound defensive lineman. He leads the team in sacks. And a linebacker by the name of Tay Gertman. He is the leading tackler for the Billies. But that brings up a subject, the Monticello defense, that we don't usually get too into, is your Warren offensive line that has really gelled as this season has progressed.
Yeah, starting with the Boonville game 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's when they got them all back healthy. Dakota Iman is your center. He's a junior. You've got at guard, Delfino Rivera, which he's debatable tonight. Jacob Duran is one of the guards. He's a senior. He's the lone senior. Rivera's a sophomore. Weston Gavin, who has stepped into that left tackle spot like he owns it, and he's just a lowly sophomore, so he's a good one before it's done. And Connor McDermott, a junior offensive tackle, and when they need some help along the offensive line, they turn towards big Marcus Green. He's a sophomore also, and he plays guard and tackle. Jimmy, that's a young offensive line. You've got to look and go, with what they're doing right now, oh, boy.
Yeah. And you go to the skill positions, there's not that many seniors there as well.
No, there's not.
On the offense. Warren won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. So
could be a great move.
Monticello will get the football to start the game here in the pouring rain at Hyatt Field, as we are just about set for the kickoff of tonight's game. Again, we want to tell you about one of our sponsors, which is American Shifty Corporation. Hey, they've been around for over 50 years, fixing big truck transmissions and rear ends, clutches. They can do it all. They offer a 1-year warranty, no questions asked. If you're in the logging business, the trucking business, the heavy equipment, you need to write these numbers down. 820-2028. That's Michael Adair's number. He travels all over the state. He'll deliver parts. He'll pick up parts and carry them back to the shop. He'll bring it back, get you back on the go. Their 1-800 number is 1-800-444-5977. But again, American Shifty Corporation, they fix more big truck transmissions, rear ends, and clutches than anybody else in the country. And again, they offer that 1-year, no questions asked warranty. In the trucking business or the logging business or the head business, that's American Shifty Corporation, another sponsor of Lumberjack football. Warren will tee it up, and doing the kickoff duties for the Lumberjacks is Jesse DeLeon. Back deep for the Billies. Let's see who we got. Number 3 on one side. That is Trenton Stewart. He's a senior, 5'8", 160 pounds. He's the grandson of Lawrence Smith, who's from Warren.
Yes.
Used to play for the Lumberjacks. And he had a punt return, I think, last week against Greenbrier. All right, we're just about set as DeLeon will approach the football and going to kick it deep. This will be fielded at the 10-yard line and returned up to the 15, to the 20, cuts to the right side, going to be hit inside the 20 and going to be brought down and hustled there, wrestled down there by a whole host of Lumberjacks. They're going to mark his forward progress up about the 17-yard line. So good coverage, and David Warren has gotten better on special teams the last 2 ball games as far as coverage and returns.
Everything's gotten much better the last few ball games. At defensive line for the Lumberjacks is going to be Weston Hembry at Reap for on the ends, and number 78, Jared Villarreal, and Hunter White is your other defensive tackle. White had a great game last week, as did Hembry and, the whole darn bunch did.
All right, they mark it at the 16. 1st and 10 for the Billies. They'll run a sweep to the right side, going to be out over the 15, out to the 20, the 21, to be a gain of about 5. On the carry was Deorian Allen. Allen, the 5'7" senior. He'll pick up about 5 on first down. We'll call it 2nd down and 5 now for the Billies. Just underway. Glad you're with us. I'm Jimmy Sledge alongside David King. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Out of the shotgun, the quarterback for the Billies. Now they'll change the play at the line of scrimmage. Have to look over the Warren defense. Warren running a 4-3.